This video is going to be on a 1986 Isuzu Trooper. As you can see. Now I bought this truck like 2 years ago and have since sold it to my dad. Right here it is. And originally this truck had a top. It was like an SUV. And cut it off, and where we cut it we folded it over. My dad tack welded it, then he put a pipe right here. And then the front, before we bought it, it was actually totaled by an insurance company. Somebody hit it right here in the front, and this whole front was smashed in, and we flattened it out a little bit. So you can see this is all smashed up right here. But I got hit in the front and then it spun around and got hit in the back. So it has been hit right here. It's a little bit damaged, but most of the hit went right to the wheel. So you can see, bent the leaf spring right there. And my dad has welded this pipe on the front here. Welded that on here and here and this. And he welded the grill on. He also put a body lift on it. So you can see, I think it's a 6-inch body lift. And when I owned it, I put a new ball joint on the top and the bottom and replaced the boots on the axles. And on this side, when it was hit in the front, it actually bent the hub right here. I don't know if you can see this on video, but right here where the hub is, this is bent over quite a bit, and it bent the original tie rod right here. So I put a new tie rod on it, and I put new ball joints. The engine is a factory 1986 Trooper engine. The only thing that my dad's done to it is put a timing belt on it, I think, and a gas pump. So you can see there's the engine, there's the battery. The engine's factory though. And one thing that I just thought of is he put a choke on it, a manual choke. It's a cable operated choke. But he cut the back off, and originally it had 2 doors in the back right here that would open sort of like the back of a Suburban. And he put it in a Isuzu tailgate on it. So this is off a older Isuzu pickup. So you can see he welded a bracket for the hinge right there on either side. And then he just bolted up the original piece right there, the original latch and the original ties. We have a box right here so that we can put a winch in the back. We also welded a receiver into the front and back of the frame for a winch. And we put these hooks on there. These hooks are off the front of a Chevy pickup. Now the interior here, he made this out of fabric right here for the shift boots, because when we lifted up the body, it moved up it extended how big the boot has to be quite a bit. Here's the choke right here. That's just a cable that goes to the carburetor. He wired up electric fans in the front. As you can see, he put a different radiator in it. And he put an electric fan right in front of the radiator. Right in there is an electric fan. It's actually two of them. They're plastic. I'm not sure if you can see down there. But there's two fans in front of the radiator. You can hear the fans run. He wired them to a switch, so you can hear them run. Here's the parking brake right here. And I'm going to start it up. Now with the choke pulled, you can hear it runs good, but when you pull the choke, it stutters quite a bit. It's probably because it's so cold right now. Yep, so there it is. And we have it in 4 low right now because we're running 33-inch tires on it. We bolted a tire to the top. That tire is bolted right up to the top there. We used the original bracket from the rear doors that were on the Trooper and just drilled holes right in the roof. So there's bolts right there in the roof. That light was on. There's bolts right here. We put silicone on them so they wouldn't leak. And that's about it. Now the last owner did lift up the back here by adding shackles. You can see how long these shackles are right here. And another thing, my dad moved up the tank, the gas tank. He welded a bracket for the tank. Originally the tank would have been down here, and the skid plate would have been like way down here. But he welded up a new bracket, as you can see there, that raised it up quite a bit. Here's where the old bracket was, and there's the new bracket. Yep, that's basically it. If you have any questions, and another thing I forgot is I did take off these hubs. Originally it had automatic locking hubs. I took off the hub and I welded the locking part into the hub itself, so the hubs are permanently locked. And yeah, it was pretty simple. There's just two parts, one that locks into the hub, and I just welded that in there permanently. Yep, that's basically it. I'm sure there's a couple things I'm forgetting. But if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section, and I'll answer them. And I'll try to find some pictures of it when we first bought it, or when I first bought it. Because when I first bought it, it was smashed in completely on this side. The fender was like completely folded into the body, and pulled it out quite a bit. So I'll try to find some pictures of it before I put those in the video. But that's it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe.